Thailand, the land where champions are grown. If you take a moment to consider the alarming high percentage of children who spend countless hours in front of a computer or TV screen, their health, character, perspective, and general activeness are things that will ultimately be affected in a negative way. It is refreshing to see children in Thailand involved in a sport like Thai boxing, where they are constantly active, eating a well-balanced diet, learning life skills and developing enriching lifelong friendships. In the gym, everyone is accommodating and encouraging towards the children around them. There is much respect and support shown within this family-orientated environment. Often in poorer societies, a high percentage of the younger generation will fall victim to the vicious cycle of either drugs or crime as a result of poverty and lack of activity or direction in their lives. This is where Muay Thai gyms play an incredibly significant and beneficial role in leading those youngsters on a more productive and positive path. Like many other Thai children from a young age, Kun Noi spends his time in the gym after school, training and having fun amongst the other students and trainers. At only 5 years old, Kun Noi is a champion in the making. Hailing from France, former Lumpini champion Damien Alamos stands with a notable record of 74 fights, 61 wins, 28 KOs. Known as Sing Khao, the White Lion, Damien has made a name for himself as one of the top Westerners fighting in Thailand. Being the second Westerner to win a Lumpini title and the first non-Thai to ever defend a Lumpini belt in 2012, his reputation is undeniable. Damien has fought some of the toughest opponents during his career, including the headlining Thais Senchai, Dieselek, Sidichai Sitsong Pinyong, and Tongchai. Thai boxing is commonly used as a means of financial income, which sees Nak Mois training full-time and fighting as a profession. Often being their only source of income, these fighters dedicate and sacrifice a lot to support themselves and their families. Another young talent training at Sing Petong is 22-year-old Panak from southern Thailand, a focused clinch and knee fighter that has been training since the age of 10. Panak has been awarded with a number of prominent titles and awards, including Boxer of the Year in 2011. is fight week, and the fighters at Sing Petong Gym are getting ready to go on their daily run. The pre-training runs are usually done at a relaxed jogging pace, as there is no need to overexert the body during this crucial final period. In Thailand, you will often see groups of fighters running alongside the roads wearing sweatsuits, commonly used to help cut weight in the lead up to weigh-in. It is mostly a friendly atmosphere around the neighbourhoods, where the regulars of the gym know the area well and become familiar faces to the locals. As most Westerners are aware, there is very little money to be made through Thai boxing in the kingdom. Some decades ago, the Thai fighters would be lucky to receive more than 5 or 10 baht for taking an average fight. Although this has drastically increased over the last 40 or 50 years, generally, the purse is still a very low wage to receive for a job that sees a great deal of time and physicality sacrificed. So why do so many Westerners, often with decent paying incomes from more fortunate societies, choose to leave all that behind to pursue a career in Thailand that sees little financial gain? The answer: passion and respect. Both a greater gain than any amount of dollar could ever replace. This is where we see the fine line between being in a sport to survive versus being in a sport for recreational purposes. Certainly not to take away from either circumstance. However, these two extremes are certainly on different levels of their own. During first attempt at weigh-in, both fighters discover they're not successful in making the appropriate weight. Where some promoters may negotiate or dismiss a weight issue, whether minimal or significant, in this particular case, both fighters will need to drop the excess weight in order to meet in the ring. Out the back, a couple of laps of runs wearing the sweatsuit followed by a rub down to help flush out any excess water weight. Damien is hoping to get the okay once he steps back on the scales again. The subject of cutting weight in any climate is an obvious challenge for most fighters. Having to tackle this in extreme heat conditions, such as in the humidity of a place like Thailand, adds another level of difficulty. The body is already undergoing strenuous physical endurance in preparation for the fight. Weight cutting can add extra pressure, which may further cause fatigue and extra stress. These fighters are constantly being tested both mentally and physically throughout their careers. The importance and benefits of a thorough massage, whether after a regular training session or before a fight, is a crucial component in the body's functionality and pain threshold. A sigh of relief. Weight is on point, so Damien is off to fuel up before the fight. Unfortunately for Damien, His opponent Mongkon could not make the agreed weight. The fight will still go ahead, but not for a title. Although many Westerners will often binge after a weigh-in, Damien knows that a proper nutritious meal will do him a world of good rather than eat junk food that could disrupt his digestive system, which could in turn impact on his performance. Those brief moments backstage belonging solely to the fighter in the lead up to their performance, a time to gather thoughts, to visualise, to mentally prepare, to search deep down for that drive, that essence. Established back in 1956, the world-famous Lumpini Stadium in Bangkok is one of the most prestige and respected boxing stadiums in history. Lumpini has seen crowds from all over the globe, which has helped promote Thai boxing in Thailand and abroad. Over the decades, Lumpini has become a legacy of the beloved sport and holds a top-ranked reputation for its authentic displays of Thai boxing. The stadium has seen countless world-class fighters gracing the ring, and therefore it's not only an endeavour for most, but also a privilege to fight at Lumpini. The sacred Mongkon being fitted around the head of a nak Muay is the final preparation and holds great sentimental value shared between trainer and fighter. In the scheme of things, the countless hours of sweat, day in, day out, will always come down to the anticipated fight lasting only minutes. Damien and his trainers have put in all the necessary hard work to ensure that their efforts will be portrayed through those minutes on the canvas. ต่อไปเป็นมวยคู่ที่ 4 ระหว่างดาเลียนไฟทองยินจากประเทศฝรั่งเศสที่นำ140 ปอนด์เป็นฝ่ายแดงกับฟ้ามงคลสจ.แดงระยอง As Damien Alamos and his opponent Mongkon take to the ring and perform their traditional Y crew here at Lumpini Stadium, the crowd go hungry with anticipation, knowing that this will surely be a stunning display of skill. The final prayer and removal of the Mongkon from the fighter's head is the finishing touch before Damien and Mongkon stand toe-to-toe and await the sound of the bell. Being the well-rounded fighter that he is, Damien's clinch work is also second to none, and his vast variations of combinations ensures his opponents are unable to read him in the ring. Favouring his most fierce limb, Damien's sharp elbows are thrown with such accuracy and power with intention to stop his opponents irrefutably. With intensity growing round after round, a high, consistent work rate sends the overly excited crowd celebrating every punch, kick, knee and elbow exchanged between the two fighters. It is important to find out what drives you, and to always carry that somewhere within you. Best not to forget where that flame of passion came from, because in your darkest hours, it can be your best resource to help reignite that flame to keep pushing you forward. Unsurprisingly, the world works in mysterious ways, and some fighters' interests and lifestyles may branch out to other things. For Damien, his choice to focus on parenthood and his recent conversion to Islam has seen him venture off into new life experiences outside of the ring. Earlier this year in 2014, Damien Alamos decided to hang up his gloves and retire from the sport. But as we all know and have witnessed, the flame may eventually reignite, and the white lion may one day roar inside the ring once again. There will always be someone, somewhere, with a dream that they are working at. Just as you think one champion is in their prime, a new champion has risen elsewhere. Where there is hard work and sacrifice, there'll always be hunger and competition. Another rising star from the Singh Petong family is the young southpaw fighter known as Pen Thai from Koh Lanta. At only 21 years of age and with a professional record of over 70 fights, Pen Thai has already earned a respectable reputation in the Muay Thai community. In a combat sport like Muay Thai, where the exchange of 8 limbs takes on the form of a physical game of chess, it is also a very serious sport to be involved in, and therefore requires an extra caution, especially on a pro level. It is inevitable that at one time or another there will be injuries inflicted on a fighter. After all, it is a fight sport. That is not to say that there is not numerous safety measurements being executed constantly throughout the entire process. All involved, from trainers to fighters, referees to training partners, each must be as prepared as possible to manage themselves and others in maintaining a safe, respectful and fair environment, both in and out of the ring. It is not without failures and hardship that we reach our true potential. The word defeat should not be used as an absolute, because you can never defeat a person's heart or passion. Those two things are born within a person, and only they are responsible for its demise. Fall down 8, stand up 9.